Welcome back, second graders. Here we are at Number Corner with Mrs. Judd. We're going to be going over our calendar. We have a class collection that we're going to get to do this month. And we have all kinds of extra things to do with graphs and things. But let's look at our calendar markers. We know that we are in January. I hope you guys all went outside and celebrated. We hit pots and pans when it turned New Year's. I didn't hear very many other pots and pans in our neighborhood, but we did it. Okay, so we changed to January. We absolutely changed years. So now we're in 2021. I know that we're here Monday, so I want to look at what our markers look like so that you guys can start helping me predict every day. So, Friday, a graph. Saturday, an equation. Sunday, another equation. I wonder if it has anything to do with our graph. Yep, because last month we did learn about graphs, and so this month we are going to be answering questions about our graphs. I have a larger version of our graph. I have each of the graphs that are up in our calendar. I gave it away. So we're going to be having graphs and questions throughout the month of January. So, do you think we're going to be at a new graph yet, or do you think we're still going to be in the equations? I think equations too. Let's take a look. Another equation. So if you look above me or while I'm doing other things, you can kind of see that they have something in common, and we'll get back to that. So let's write today's date, January. I was going to go over the months of the year, but I think in second grade, you guys know the months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and I'm in January. So January 4th, I wrote it too big, you guys, so I'm going to have to come down here. January 4th, 2021. So we know that January is the first month, so we write it as a 1, a 4, and we write just the last two numbers. So today's date is 1/4/21, January 4th, 2021. I said it right so many times, it's going to jinx me. I'm not going to be able to say it right anymore. Okay, now we're going to move on to our class collection this month. Our class collection is going to be an experiment each day using the magnetic tiles, and they do stick on here. I just have it down for today. We have 15 of each color, blue and red. So I will be pulling tiles out of our sock box depending on the date. So today is the 4th, so I only get to pull 4 tiles today. So give me a second here. I'm going to put the tiles in. Okay, you guys, so I have all of our tiles in here, and because today is the 4th, I'm only pulling out 4. I think I have 4 there. Oh, good. So I have a blue, a red, and a blue. Okay, so our collection is it less than half in red, exactly half red, or more than half red? So when we look at this, it's very apparent that there's less red. So less than half red. So we'll put it there, but let's make this as a fraction first. So it was 4. So I'll turn this over so you guys can see this better. See, that's an or. Okay, so 1/4 was red, 3/4 were blue. If you add them together, it makes 4/4 or 1 whole. So in our column today, we get to fill in less than half or red. Okay, so before I write it down, I want to talk to you guys real quickly about the names for our numbers. So the top is the numerator and the bottom is the denominator. And the way I always remember it is down and denominator. So the one that's further down is the denominator. So numerator, denominator. So we're going to be writing 1/4, because that's how many were read. And I'm going to fill in. Perfect. I like that. And so on the 6th, when we come back again, we'll be able to do this experiment again. Okay, so I'm gonna put the tiles back in here. And okay, you guys, so the home for these are gonna be up on the walls. So I'm gonna be putting it up here. And I put the equation that I had written on here. So every day I'll have this pad of paper and we'll write our equation on it. That's a big pad of paper, you guys. There we go. Good. I did put the tiles back. I'm sorry. Each day we will put the tiles back, but we'll have a recording of it up here. Okay, our last thing that we have to do today is we're going to be talking about arrays. I want you guys to look at my paper. What do you guys notice? Good. There's 5 and 5, so there must be 10. So they're columns of 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's rows of 5. We have 4 sections. Good job. So now this is the same graph, but I have some shaded in. So you guys are going to help me do the shading in. First, each one of these are called a quadrant. This is the abbreviation quad, but the full word is quadrant. So we're going to label, let me label red so we don't. I'm going to label A, B, C, and D. Okay, now we're going to work on how much is shaded. So let's count this side first. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my expression is 3 times 5. And what does 3 times 5 equal, you guys? Good, 15. We have been working on our multiples of 5 for quite a while now. Okay, now we're going to do B. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So our equation is going to be 3 times 3. And what does 3 times 3 equal? 9. Good, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we're moving on to C. Ooh, I'm not even going to count because this one is filled in. And we talked about before that it's 5 by 5. Okay, 5 times 5 is how much? 25. 25. Okay, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, I just had to double check. I know we all know what 5 times 5 is. Okay, now let's look at this one. Oh, so I know that that's 5 and 3. So this equation is 5 times 3. And 3 times 5 we know is 15. So now we get to add to see how much of it was shaded. So 19 and 5, we've got 4. We'll put our 2 up here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 64 squares were shaded. I think that's the last thing we have to do because it just says how many gray squares. So 64. Good job, you guys. Okay, we are done for the day, except for our questions. And the questions are, what month are we in? Since we got to change into January. And what are we collecting? We are collecting data with magnets. So we're collecting data that's fractions, but we're also collecting graph information. So I think I wrote it as data information using the calendar. So our two questions were, what month are we in? January. And what are we collecting? Data using our calendar. Okay, you guys, I will see you on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.